What's up, guys and girls? This is James at LockInTheValue and CopyMyCrypto.com, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. There's a few things I'm going to get into today, particularly Brave taking on Google. I've always been quite a big fan of Brave, so I'll talk about that. Also, some FUD going around about Binance in the UK, and general market overview um, over this weekend. Before I do, as always, the spreadsheet's updated. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would crush it in the bull cycle. If you'd invested $100 into each one, you'd be in profit for $15,000 from a $2,600 investment. And that's after we've had stupid bearish momentum. I'm only in a few of these now. The rest are into different cryptos. And if you want to see the cryptos I'm in, check out Copy My Crypto. The link is in the description. Right, guys. So Bitcoin's actually recovered fairly well. It didn't actually dip anywhere close to the level that I thought it would. If we take a look at the 4 hourly at the moment, so Friday, we actually dipped down round to the lowest was just shy of 30,000. That was actually yesterday morning, Saturday morning. But yeah, then the options and the futures that closed on Friday really, yeah, it caused a downward spiral from 35 grand down to 30 effectively, but it's actually recovered really well so far. We've been hovering around the 33,000 mark for most of today. The momentum's on a bit of a downturn now, so I think we'll probably slide down in price action for the next 12 hours or so, through till tomorrow morning. But I don't think we're looking at any particular crash. Be ranging between 32,000, 33,000. I don't think it's going to move much beyond that. But yeah, that's really good positive news, actually, given some of the FUD that's happened. And yeah, there's been tons of good news, tons of bullshit news. Holding steady after a death cross and everything. It's fairly positive. Um, and on a little bit of well, not positive news, but it's just Michael Saylor's opinion. But we all know he's a massive Bitcoin bull, and he believes that China closing down all the miners, Bitcoin miners, will end up being $1 trillion mistake for China. He said, and he pointed to the fact that China's 50% Bitcoin market share, and with Bitcoin growing 100% year over year over year, it's a tragedy for Chinese miners, and it's a geopolitical mistake for China, the country. But I suppose they could afford to make $1 trillion mistake. But he is, he certainly, he certainly remains and has continued to remain bullish. Keeps buying up Bitcoin, dollar cost averaging in the tens of thousands of Bitcoin, month after month after month. Nothing we wouldn't expect, really, to be fair. Now, this has been going on for the last sort of 24 hours. So, and I'm getting a bit sick of seeing the headlines. Binance given the boot by UK financial watchdog. That's not true. And every single news article they're getting into it in the actual article, but generally it's been really piss poor reporting from every news organization. It's all Binance are going to kick the UK, Binance being kicked out by the UK. No, 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 no. That is not what's happening. That is not what's happening. Binance Markets Limited is not permitted to undertake any regulated activity in the UK. Now, Binance Markets Limited is not the same as Binance. So Binance owned a thing called Binance.uk, but anyone that's a UK resident can still use Binance.com. The only thing that the Financial Conduct Authority have done is threaten further measures against Binance. So, as they say, in a further act of ignominy, which is just public shaming, the FCA, sorry, has threatened to take further measures against Binance if it fails to display a notice on the Binance Market website to say Binance Markets is not permitted to undertake any regulated activity in the UK. And he's been given until Wednesday to comply to this. But that's Binance's UK-based one. But the main thing that the FCA have been focused on cracking down on are two things, or one thing in particular, is options and futures trading. Um, that is the hard line that they announced prior to Christmas, and that seems to be the thing that they certainly keep talking about. Although there's been a lot of sort of nonsense about about ensuring that there's no money laundering or funding of terrorism. Um, and it comes days after Scotland Yard seized $114 million of cryptocurrency being held by an international crime gang. Congratulations, Scotland Yard. However, they've not connected the laundering with Binance, but the clampdown is starting to be imposed. Um, but yeah, but it isn't Binance. It's the Binance Markets Limited. There is a big difference, enormous difference. And I have no doubt that what Binance will do is close Binance Markets Limited, but it doesn't mean UK residents can't use Binance.com. But yeah, they're demanding a halt to any financial promotions or advertising Binance Markets. And again, that's just the Binance.uk's website. There's a whole thing on Binance because they actually purchased the site and everything in June of last year. So it's not actually like been up and running that long. Um, like I say, it's FUD, but it is the way it's being presented. And if you actually look at every news article, the news articles are being vague in their descriptions. So unless you know, it's freaking people out. And look, every single one of them. Uh, Binance banned from doing business in the UK. No, they're not. Binance Markets Limited are. But it's clickbait. Binance Exchange banned from UK as crypto fraud doubles. Da 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 da. But it's all nonsense as well because they're talking about crypto fraud doubling. They have no. All this stuff is just, again, it's a bit of FUD, but it's the FCA flexing their muscles. Um, so yeah, and Binance has actually said it's helped cops arrest ransomware money launderers as well. So Binance have always been very open and transparent with all of these all of these regulators or um, authoritarian regimes, let's call them. But yeah, just something to be aware of if you're a UK resident that uses Binance. If you're using Binance.uk, you might have an issue, but if you're using the normal Binance.com, you've got no issues, guys. And Brave, right, Brave takes on Google and unveils privacy-focused search engine. The company says there is a clear void in the market today as millions of people have lost trust in the surveillance economy. I could not agree more with the general lack of trust that we all feel towards companies and governments at the moment. It's enormous. I mean, particularly in the UK, I think everyone's seen it with Matt Hancock over the last 48 hours or so. But yeah, so the crypto-friendly company Brave have launched a privacy-focused search engine that's designed to rival Google. Um, the Brave search is now available to all of those who use the browser of the same name on desktop, Android, and iOS devices. As well as promising that it will be free of algorithms, Brave says that its search offering does not collect the IP addresses of users or adjust results based on someone's identifying information. And personally, I think that's wonderful. I've been a bit slack on using Brave lately. I'm going to get back into that for sure. I used to use it all the time. I don't know what's happened in the last few months. I've just naturally, without thinking, started using Chrome again. Um, yeah. So according to Brave, more than 100,000 users signed up for the preview access of the new search function, and the latest figures show that its browser now has more than 32 million active users. You got to remember that their CEO, who who worked with all of these big companies at one point or another, said that unlike older search engines that track all the info, Brave will not. Brave search fills a clear void in the market, um, and especially after millions of people continue to lose trust in the surveillance economy that we are currently in. Um, yeah, couldn't agree more. Slightly old news story, but it's one that's relevant. If you don't use Brave, highly recommend it. It really is very, very good. And if you click on an advert, you get yourself paid in the Brave token. So it's a nice sort of passive way, without thinking about it, of earning yourself a little bit of crypto. Um, but that's it for me today, guys. Look, the market is going strong, actually, really, when you think about it, particularly given, you know, the Friday. I'm pretty positive about how things are going. Tomorrow will be interesting and over the next 12 hours, but I think just going to flitter between 33,000, 32,000. I'd be surprised if much happens beyond that, unless there's a tweet from someone. Yeah, that's it from me anyway. If you are new to crypto or completely new to the crypto investment game, check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share what I've got, share why I've got it, and I go through exactly why I'm holding it and the benefits of holding the coins I hold. Um, you're probably in the best opportunity you could be, particularly with the bearish sentiment that's been through the market for the last few months. Perfect buying opportunities for the coins that I'm holding. Anyway, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye bye.